Hello and welcome to week 5 for the mini lecture. This week is all about access to key resources, whether that's technological, whether that's human resources to help you be successful in your online or otherwise your college career, and where you can go to for assistance. The upcoming events or assignments, there's a few things are to call to your attention in week 6, so that's next week. The synchronous session, the second one, will take place on either April 12th or April 17th at 8 p.m. in our Carmen Connect group room. As before, it's highly recommended that you come, and it's certainly preferable, but I understand there are other conflicts that may arise, and as the last time, there will be the alternate assignment, which will be fairly similar to the last one that you can do in its place if you are unable to make it. As well, the ePortfolio checkpoints, they are taking place as of last week, and then we got 2 more this week, and then at the end of week 6. Those are there and intended for you to make sure you make progress little by little each week, so you're not so far behind at the end. So that's there intended to help you set some short-term goals to get some progress done on that, so that you're ready for that ePortfolio showcase, which is that last week, which again is the screencast video where you will describe within 3 to 5 minutes what is on your ePortfolio for your classmates, and that'll be posted to the discussion forum. You can see details on that if you need to moving forward, but that's generally kind of coming up in week 7. As a reminder from last week, what you reviewed, a lot of it was really on the management of your time and your effort in online courses. Again, as a reminder, online courses clearly, as you've probably figured out, that they lack that clear structure from that physical classroom, and the reinforcement isn't always there from your peers and from your instructor. So it's a lot more challenging to kind of get your hand on something, certainly if you're new to the online learning platform. And with that, because that you need to be a lot more in control of your learning, because you're not going to have somebody there on a 2 or 3 times a week basis that's going to be there reminding you. You're not going to have set goals like that where you actually are physically going somewhere and turning something in, or doing something else other related to that. And so clearly then managing your time is going to be important. And one of the suggestions was to structure those smaller tasks throughout the week for your assignments. For instance, if you have a 7-week class every week, maybe by the second day of the week you need to have all your readings done. By that 4th day of the week, you've turned in, say, your weekly quiz, whatever it happens to be, so that you get that predictable structure each week, so that you don't get behind, and so you kind of get used to that, and that becomes a habit. And then study environment, study locations, and being able to tune out those distractions, if that is the best way for you to learn. It's important to kind of know what your environment that you best learn in, and then to find that environment so that you are successful in classes. And then scheduling and planning online classes, as you've seen from both your group work and other things, that's important to plan ahead and to schedule things so that you don't get behind, because you are in control and you don't have that reinforcement, somebody physically there to kind of remind you. As well, the group collaboration wrap up, I hope that for those who did a lot of the work, and it looks like most everybody finally was able to get a hold of the group. It might have taken some time, but it seems like you all kind of used similar processes, whether it's Google Docs or GroupMe, to kind of contact with each other eventually. And it seemed like once you got that going, it seems like a lot of things went relatively smoothly, at least from what I could tell. There's still issues, but I hope you saw the benefit of that. Part of the reason why we included this into this course was, I think in my view, is that it kind of gives you the idea that group collaboration can work in a class like this, an online class, but there certainly are challenges, as there would be even in a face-to-face class too. But that I hope you saw that, and hope that gave you that perspective moving forward in case you take future online classes that requires group work. The overview of this week, again, as most weeks, there will be the lecture, the case study video, and then the readings on different types of resources. There's one link to a NetTutor through the OSU library system, which right now is not currently active, at least as of at the mid part of week 4. And I couldn't find an active link for that, so you can just don't worry about that. So that is there. There's the technology tryouts. You have the web search and online resource evaluation, which is looking at resources and being able to kind of evaluate whether it's relevant or not. You have the weekly quiz on the readings, the reflection paper. Again, 4 of the 6 are required, or your 4 best scores. So I will continue to say this if you ask me or you say something. If you notice that your grade's a little bit lower, because I've already put zeros in for any weeks that you've not turned in a reflection paper, but clearly if you turn in at least 4 of those, I've set up the settings so that those 2 will drop, and so your final course grade will not be reflected by that. So don't try to fret about that if you see that. And then the ePortfolio Checkpoint 2 is coming up this week as well at the end. So as a reminder, really quickly before I sign off, the ePortfolio Checkpoint 2, as a reminder, the tasks for that ePortfolio Checkpoint is the following. The About Me page needs to be complete. The professional topic page needs to be nearing complete. You should at least have the resources on there and a lot of the descriptions, and starting to work on some of the synthesis, or analyzing why this resource was included on there more than just the summaries. And then the topical learning, you should have some of the content at least added onto there, but a lot of the work will be done next week on cleaning that up and making it look more presentable. And then there's no need to post anything this week for this checkpoint 2, like to discussion board or through email or anything like that. Just have all this ready so that I can review it at the end of this week and give you any comments if I feel the need to do so. So you don't need to post anything for this. Other than that, I hope you have a good week. As always, contact me with any questions or concerns to my email or through the Carmen message system. Bye-bye.